What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Nerd Media. And Daredevil Born Again is on Disney Plus right now. And I genuinely think this is the best thing that we've gotten since Avengers Endgame from Marvel. And I will be explaining in this video, I'll be explaining why I think that, because I feel like it may be a little bit of an unpopular opinion. I haven't heard a ton of people making this crazy claim, but I'm making it and I'll explain. So, with all that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys thought of Daredevil Born Again and what you're thinking so far. And let's dive right into the video. So I know right now you're probably thinking that is a wild statement that I think I've heard everybody say after every single Marvel project we have gotten since Endgame. I personally am not somebody who makes claims like, oh, No Way Home is the best thing since Endgame. Deadpool and Wolverine's the best thing since Endgame. I don't really go out saying exactly that. I mean, maybe I'll say the movie's great and I love it, but I don't say it's better than Endgame or as good as Endgame. I think No Way Home is the only one to ever kind of match that, but that movie's just so special. I think that it's infinitely better. It's my second favorite MCU movie, but Daredevil Born Again, I think is the best thing since Avengers Endgame. Daredevil's my second favorite Marvel character of all time. He's in my top 5 for superheroes. It's just like this show, it's exactly what a Daredevil fan would want. And I gotta say, from episode 1, where they're making these bold choices of killing these characters, then to episode 3, where we get another character death, it is just bold choice after bold choice, and it works and benefits so well with the story, because the story that we are seeing Matt Murdock go on in this is one of the best, I think, and one of the most complex superhero stories that we've gotten since the original Daredevil show in the Marvel universe. Because seeing him drift away from being Daredevil for 5 episodes, and us still enjoying the episodes, by the way, is crazy. And just seeing him go and stop a bank heist on his own, and seeing him do lawyer stuff, helping the little guy and helping these other vigilantes who are being mistreated, I think is a very, very cool and fun way to dive into the city of New York in the MCU and what it's actually like to be an active vigilante out there now, which is something I feel like we don't explore as much in the MCU as we should, and as much as we should have in the past. And I think that's awesome. And I just think that the storytelling and the writing is some of Marvel's best. I mean, it's just phenomenal. Because, I mean, you guys probably saw my video last week where I talked about how phenomenal I thought the Daredevil and Punisher scene was. That is probably my favorite conversation scene that we've ever gotten in the MCU, overtaking the Tony and Steve Civil War scene when they're talking about the pens. I think that scene's phenomenal. It's some of the most well written stuff we've gotten in the MCU, and Daredevil Born Again is some of the most well written and well crafted stories we've gotten. The fact that they are able to make the story still engaging while not seeing him in the Daredevil suit for 5 episodes just shows how good of a show they are making. And I feel like that alone just deserves to be better than all the Disney Plus shows on its own. But I mean, getting just all these different scenes, these action scenes that are so brutal and so well choreographed and just so well thought through is so, so awesome. And the fact that they were able to do all this after reshooting 90% of the show is insane. And most TV shows don't have great filler episodes, but this one definitely did, because we got the filler episode with Matt at the bank, which I gotta say, when we get episodes for Daredevil Born Again like that, and then we get episode 6, or when we get episode 1 and episode 2 that really divide the fandom kind of about the whole show as a whole. I am somebody who wasn't a big fan of the first 2 episodes at first, but then I thought more about it for like a whole week, and I was like, you know what? I freaking loved it. And the same thing is happening to me with episode 5, and more specifically episode 5 and 6. I mean, more specifically episode 5, but I still kind of had the same reaction for those 2 episodes as I did with the first 2, but I'm slowly coming around, guys, and I have never seen a Marvel TV show be able to do that and make me come around on an episode that I wasn't too happy with or wasn't too like enthusiastic about, and where I'm actually to the point where I think that it was a very good episode, and I think the Bank Heist episode may be in my top 3 for the series. I think that the power that this show has to be able to change my opinion that quickly is insane, and I've never seen a show or even MCU movie be able to do that before. I mean, the only thing I could possibly think of is for The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I rewatched the beginning of this week, and I went from a 3 out of 5 to a 4 out of 5, just because I think there's so many amazing things in that movie that it totally dismisses the parents and the villains of that film. But I just am blown away by how great Daredevil Born Again is, and as a Daredevil fan, we are being treated so well at this show, and that is definitely partially as to why it is one of my I think it's the best thing since Endgame, because Daredevil is one of my favorite characters. I love him, and I just really enjoy his presence, and I'm really loving the character study and the overall journey we're seeing Matt embark on, because it's a really dark story, but it's also a really great way that they are paralleling Matt and Fisk, which is another reason why I love this show. The parallels that we have between Matt and Fisk without them knowing that they are paralleling each other is so brilliant, and I never thought that I needed it, but I did, and it was so good. It's so good. And the ending to episode 6 with those two fighting was great, and I am so excited to see where this show is going to go next. Guys, I know I'm glazing, but I genuinely believe that this show is so awesome. I mean, for the overall MCU, and including TV shows and movies, this is already in the top 10. Very happy with how this show is going. I think it's the best thing since Endgame, and I know not everybody's going to agree with me on this, but it's just my opinion. I'm not stating that it is the best thing. In my opinion, it is, and but other people may think differently, which is totally fine and okay. I am open to anybody else's opinions, and let me know what your opinion is in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys think. If it's maybe your least favorite thing, if it's kind of in the middle, if you still think another project is better, let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.